Hello everyone, welcome to a new Raw and Messy Sessions video. And I feel like I have so much to talk about, and I know that when I have that feeling I hardly ever make the point I want to make, but there's just so much happening right now in my life and in these past couple of weeks. So I just added a nice layer of clear gesso in this junk journal, and while I'm talking I want to just add something to this page. It's probably going to be a figure, a doll figure. There are not that many figures in this junk journal just yet, but I feel that it would be really nice to draw something here. So that is what I'm going to do in this session. I want to thank you for all the amazing replies I got last week on my last week's session. It's incredible. Funny thing is that I was telling you about my insecurities, about self-doubt, about my perfectionism, and you know what? It isn't the art that I'm insecure about, because I really love my journals. I like my art. I mean, if I look around me in my living room here, I have my own art on the wall. I have a few things from other artists, but I have a lot of my own work. And the funny thing is, I was talking about this with my boyfriend last night. I can also, and that's like this light and dark side, it's like, I don't know, I can also really think highly of myself. I can also think I'm an amazing artist, and even think that I'm the next big thing or something. And I can say this laughing, because I can have that feeling of being an artistic genius in a split second, thinking I'm horrible. And because of last video, I've been trying to analyze what is going wrong in my mind when I try to tell myself that the video is not good enough. And I also think that it's not really like I don't like my own work, or that I think that my art is not good enough, because I really love what I do. This is what I do. I can't help doing this. I love my colors. I love red. I love black. I love the playing with materials. I just really love this. And I also love the way it looks. So it's not that I'm not insecure about my art, but I think highly of you guys, and I think that is the problem, if you will. I really respect and value your time so much that I really want to give value, and I think that is something that I have to learn, that I am giving you value. So in a way it is, I wanna, yeah, it's hard to explain this, because I don't wanna sound like it's my ego talking, but I really want to inspire people to create. And that is not because of me. I don't really care that much, because I'm playing in my journals anyway, whether you like it or not. But I just see what art can do to people, and I want to be of help with that. and that is something that yeah, I really care deeply about. So in a way, every time when I struggle and with my perfectionism and self-doubt, it is I think that is the main problem, that I want to really be of value for you and help you with something. So with that said, back to all the other things that are happening in my life. Oh, I promised that I was going to draw something before I'm going to ramble on them. And I hope that by the time, because we are 5 minutes in or something, you have grabbed something yourself. Maybe your journal, maybe a junk journal, maybe just a sketchbook or a piece of paper, a pen, a pencil, a crayon, whatever you feel like, and start doing something, because that is the purpose of this video series, that you just grab something on your desk and start doing something, because I really believe that that often is the problem, that we think we need these huge chunks of time to finish stuff, while you can also just grab something, add something, and then continue doing something else. You don't have to finish everything. It doesn't have to be... you don't have to finish anything. You can just sketch something, doodle something, write something. I have a huge amount of black coffee here. It's 11 o'clock right now when I'm filming this. I still feel a little tired. I didn't really sleep that well last night. I just went to bed too late. I had all these things I wanted to talk about, but I didn't make a list because for me, I want this video series to be just like this. Put on the camera, start rambling, and I can imagine that when I call a friend, and if there is a friend watching, she can probably confirm that I am actually exactly like this. I can hardly ever come to the point, as I always feel that I have so much to tell. Okay, I need to calm down first. I noticed that I have a lot of energy going around. Yeah, for me, this is exactly why I need journaling. Because when I open my book, and it's deeply personal, that is the moment for me. It's like a sign. Okay, how am I feeling? What is going on here in this body of mine, in my life, emotions and stuff happening? And I guess that many people do this when they are meditating, and I have tried meditation. Oh, I have tried, believe me. And recently I started, it's called a heart and soul painting journey. It's led by a Dutch artist here in my hometown Breda, and she does that really well. It's a painting class, but combined with a yoga nidra meditation sessions, and I didn't know I needed it that much. And she has asked me pretty straightforward why I needed the class, because yeah, obviously I am really a lot in contact with my drawing inner child, and I don't fear creating something that people that come to that kind of classes, I think, struggle with. But it was something else. It was something else that I needed from that class. And I think I'm coming back on that later. But I wanted to say that because someone else is leading the meditation, take a sip of coffee. I can do it, but I can't really do it on my own. And for me, because what meditation looks like is really personal. It's just giving yourself what you need. And I think that some people like to walk or like to run, some do yoga, some listen to music. I listen to music a lot, by the way. I quite like this figure. All of a sudden it's there, and that is what I like about drawing these crazy dolls so much. You just draw this silly childlike figure, and all of a sudden there is this creature on your paper staring at you, trying to communicate something with you. And my dolls are often really serious or angry or sad. Probably it's a reflection of what is inside me. I don't know, but it's just all of a sudden this creature is there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, about meditation, that I find that this is dry. I find that art journaling works for me the same way, because when not now obviously I'm talking, but when I'm alone I can really think for myself, okay, what is living inside me? How do I feel? What is there on the surface? Because often we do know what is going on if we take a little break to step back. But there is just so much input often around us in our lives, so much going on. When you watch the news, things at work, things happening at home, maybe if you have children, you have a busy life, or maybe you have just a busy life in your community, or whatever it is that occupies your days, time, mind. Yeah, often there's just so much happening, and for me art journaling is a way to step back from all of that and dive into my own world, because this is really obviously my inner world on paper, and I love this world. I can go here every time. It's like almost like Alice in Wonderland. I can step down the rabbit hole and visit my own Wonderland here, and that's exactly what it feels like to me. I can be really happy working on my journals, even though there is a queen screaming at me that my head should be chopped off, because that is what this kind of expression can also tell me. The inner voices, the struggle, yada yada yada. But yeah, it still feels really nice to spend time here, as it's so personal. I'm going to use some colored pencils today, maybe some crayons. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm gonna color this doll a bit with pencils, and then around it I think I'm going to add white. This is a technique that I often do in my journals. I have these messy backgrounds and then I draw something on the background. I don't think I have good examples in this specific book. There are not so many figures here. No. I have so many books. It's chaos here. This is a dark book. Still not seeing the example I want to show you. Oh, here a bit. Well, this is of the last. This video is going live in, I think, 2 weeks or so. I have created and edited it, and now it's waiting because I don't want to throw everything online at once. Spreading it out for you a bit. But what I often do, I had this background, drew a doll on it, and then I color something around it. And here it's a translucent red watercolor. Sometimes I add this is all because when I have so many books that are not finished. This is a better book, I think, because this is a full book that I don't work in anymore. Yeah, here you can see it very clearly. There was a lot happening in the background, and I added the doll with black hair, and then I started to scribble around it with a white Posca marker and white gesso. Here it's the same. It's a doll on a light background with some peachy color or something, and then I colored around it with black watercolor. Here again it's same technique, white gesso around the figure. Yeah, that's something that I do a lot. Here again, but then with black paint and black watercolor. Here red. Yeah, so it's boring. I just do the same thing over and over again. Here again, white. Yeah, that's my secret. I just do the same thing every day. I do the same things. No, I'm kidding. I try to develop things, of course. I also try new things, but I think that's the thing with art journaling. It's a practice. So yeah, I can sometimes do the same things and then also try new things side by side. Anyway, that's funny. When I started filming, I had the feeling that I wanted to share so much, as there is so much happening, and now I feel a bit empty. Okay, what was going on last week? My lesson for the Mastering Mixed Media Expo by Tamara Laporte from Willowing Arts went live. So that was really nice. I loved teaching online again. So that was really exciting. And to do that, because I have been creating art classes for many years, and it is what I love doing best. But it was quite a while since I did it, and you can't imagine the amount of work you need to also do to get a class ready, because next to the fact that I truly want to inspire people to create art, and yeah, I have this deep belief in all these things I'm telling about, rural self-expression, and I also want to make a living out of it, and I'm building towards that I can create a business out of my art. And there are so many things that you need to think about when it comes to marketing and yeah, all these things that you need to do. Also send newsletters, for example. And the thing is, because I have worked in marketing for quite a while and I love marketing, but, and this is important, I only love the genuine kind of marketing. I don't want to scream things. And it's funny because I saw that comment a couple of days ago on the video. I think the first Raw and Messy sessions, that I said I'm tired of the screaming, and someone replied, yeah, we're all tired of all the screaming. And there is just so much screaming for attention around us, also marketing wise. I don't want to be part of that, because I do want to sell my stuff, but without putting it in your face. I want to just I want to be the kind of person who just says, hey, if you need this, I have this for you that might help you, and that's it. And don't start to push it in your face all the time. And then that's why I also believe in this channel and all the things I do. I want to just be here with my story and then create beautiful art courses and pretty art that I can make products of and sell that. And I want it to be really pure. Ever since because I was working in an art supply this is annoying. Sometimes my tongue just doesn't make the right sound. I was working in a art supplies shop for 2 years to just do work, be around people, and have a bit more structure after my burnout and depression. The depression obviously also is part of a burnout, I guess, but I really needed to just be around people and have a structure in my days, and so that's the reason why I started to work in that shop. It was really nice, by the way. It is amazing to work in an art supplies shop. So why did I quit? Well, I got the chance to do this instead, and this is my big dream. I got divorced last year, and that I got a bit of money out of that, but that was not enough to buy myself a house. My ex-husband did buy the house, but I didn't have enough money. I can say a lot about that. Things didn't really go fair, I guess, but I really am okay with things how they are now. I have a very good contact with the father of my children. We see each other once a week and we are really okay. It's not like we are the best friends, but we are really okay. We can have dinner together. He still has his house that he loved so much, and I know that my children have a very good home there. So that was really worth a lot, but I didn't have enough money for myself to buy my own. So I thought, yeah, I can have all that money on the bank, and yeah, then it's there, and find myself a normal job in marketing probably. And I would really like that, by the way, because it's not like that is my plan B. If this all doesn't work out the way I want with my art and my art courses, I have a beautiful plan B where I can do something in marketing. And because I know really a truckload about social media marketing, about genuine marketing, about art supplies, and self-expression and coaching, probably, maybe, if I do some courses around that. I know I am really capable of doing a lot. So that's really a great comfort that I always can do something else if this doesn't work out. But I promised myself, there's just so much that happened in my life in the past years. My work deserves a really good chance. I struggled for so long getting back, and for so many reasons that didn't work out. But now I'm mentally good. I feel, well, maybe last video didn't really show that. Because yeah, of course I still am insecure sometimes, but yeah, I really feel that I'm back the way I want it with my art. I feel confident about my art. I have a nice home now that I rent, my own place. I see my children once a week for the whole week. So there's 1 week I have the kids, and the other week they are at their father's house. And that week is really my week, and I build bridges in those weeks. I think a lot of mums out there can really agree that children just take so much time, and I love them. I love my babies. I have the sweetest kids, really, I have. But I also understand a little bit better why I got so burned out. In the last years, I started Bloknote when my youngest child was 3 years old, and I did everything for them. I was always at home, and I really did everything. And I think that a lot of people that don't know my work online but just saw me, what I did for my kids, there were a lot of people that thought that I was a stay-at-home mum, while I was actually building quite a large business online. And I had men asking me, friends of my ex-husband, asking me about my hobby, my little hobby, and I got so frustrated by that. And that also just, I follow more feministic channels these days, and I can, yeah, I can not put in words how I feel about it, and how I feel that so many women still needs empowerment in this. And it's hard to not get political these days. I try to avoid getting political in my work and in my classes. But I feel that ever since COVID, the world has changed so much, and I changed. I feel that many artists try to speak up a little more, and that's hard, because you always, once you start to speak up, there's always someone who doesn't feel heard or doesn't agree. But I just cannot support anyone any longer who doesn't respect LGBTQ communities, women, support women's rights, support gay rights. If someone is against it, then just please unsubscribe, because I can no longer be silent there. And also because without knowing, I experienced so much, I don't know the right English word, it's suppression, and then especially from white privileged males. And I know that I am privileged as well. I can, I can sometimes feel a healthy shame around that, but I can't help it. I was born here. That's just something that occupies my mind so much. I have the feeling that with this type of content, taking my time to share what's on top of my mind, even though it's complicated, we can turn this into positive, creative energy. And sometimes, because that is what I think is so beautiful, when you are able to turn your negatives, the ugly things that happened in your life, the frustrations, the anger, the grief, maybe you lost things, I don't know, but if you are able to turn that in a positive, creative energy, and it doesn't have to be creative like this in art, it can be in any type of way, but art is really a first step. But in years it can be this beautiful butterfly effect, because the creation itself and trying to open up about things, trying to change things, over years can change lives. And I noticed that myself in the last weeks, since I started posting again, started sharing my story, my art, be really personal, and maybe for some people that's TMI. And I know that some people find it hard that I am so open. Others think that that is really brave. I don't consider it brave. This is my story, and I don't find it hard to talk about. Since I'm opening up again, I start to receive a lot of mails, and also what my previous courses and my business did to people, how it helped them. I wasn't aware of it. I got a beautiful story of an Australian woman who did a lot of my courses, and she gave me a lot of credits, which was not necessary, but she said that I had inspired her so much that she started to create daily and start selling her work and gave everything to charity. And it's all her goodness, so I don't give myself credits for that, but she tried to tell me that I was a spark for her to do that. And during the last 10 years, because before my class she never made anything, but during the last 10 years she sold so much and gave so much to charity through art, and to her, my class was one of the starting points. And obviously there are more inspiration sources. You never have one source, and it's not mine, because she is the one that was so kind and sharing and did that. But for me, that is the beautiful butterfly effect that you get when women, and it's not that I want to, because I know that men can do this too, and if there are men watching, yay, I'm so happy, because in the end we are all human beings, and I don't want to generalize things, and we are with so many people, but I feel that, and that's from my point of view, if women start to step up and do it in a feminine way, this is what happens. And I really I need more women to step up. That is, yeah, that is what I feel. I didn't know that this was on top of my mind. I'm sorry if you thought to get this really light-hearted and fun little art journaling sesh where we just started to create something nice. I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of person. It is funny because I can not talk about the weather, people. I cannot, and I have, these days I have a boyfriend, and we are really cute together, by the way. But we can talk endlessly about this kind of stuff, really, for hours and hours and hours, and we cannot just talk about the weather. We always have to dig in deep and really go through all the layers of our feelings and emotions, and reflect on things that are happening in the world. And I think for some people that gets tiring, but I can't. And it's not that I'm someone who is discussing complicated literature or something. I don't. It's just from the heart, I guess. This is what is going on in my mind, and what I feel, and how I see the world, and maybe also because it feels that this is the thing I can contribute to the world. Because yeah, like last week, crazy, we have another war to worry about. Yet another war, why not? There's just, the world is going mad. There is so much going on politically, and for a couple of years I did not follow the news to protect my mental health, and I was a bit ashamed of that, because sometimes things happened and you would meet people somewhere and they were talking about something, and I was like, what is going on in the world? And they would just stare at me with a blank face. How could you have missed that? So I started to search for a good news source for myself that is a bit neutral and not too much advertisement, and from a European / Dutch part of view, because in some way it is, By the way, I'm switching from page now because I didn't want to finish this right now. I've changing subject once again. I feel that I don't have to finish this right now. I would do it for you guys, and I don't want this type of videos to be like that. I'm not here to show you from start to finish how to create a figure. There are other videos for that. I have my brief art of raw videos in which I show you a doll, a technique, something more specifically. And of course I'm creating courses, and I hope that once they are finished that you would buy one of my courses in which I can show you really detailed from start to finish and go really in depth in that. So I really want these sessions to be like how I journal, and so that is the reason why I all of a sudden stopped working there and switched to here. Because I felt like there was something that I found inspiring, something that I all of a sudden felt the urge to do for no reason. I saw these nice marks. Where are they? I don't know. Lost them. Oh, here. This type of marks. But just next page. I was closer than I thought. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to just make some marks here. And then I thought, yeah, I have this white pencil and I'm going to scribble some white things and take a bit of white paint and start adding something just because I feel like it. Anyway, I know that there are all sorts of people in this world, and we all find things important, and the thing with online is that sometimes you really reach the right people and you can feel so heard by someone across the globe. I have that too sometimes when I watch videos on YouTube that I can really feel like, oh, this person really speaks my language. And that's, for me, that is the beauty of the internet. But on the other hand, there's also this ugly side that when I speak up about things that are going on in my mind, because I try to just share what I'm thinking about, and it's not necessarily like my opinion. It's not it's not written in stone. I'm always willing to hear other people's opinions about things, but not necessarily willing to change my opinion. I think that's a matter of the right kind of communication. That I just try to share what I'm thinking of, and not necessarily as this is what you should think. No, not at all. This is just what I think right now, and I try to read things, try to listen to other people's stories, and sometimes people respond in a very respectful way when they disagreed with something I said, or with someone else who said something, and then you get to learn from each other. But on the internet there are also just so many people who are frustrated and thinking only about themselves, and express their anger at people who don't deserve it, or I and there's just so much emotion going on. And I guess these days I see, because when I am feeling the urge to respond to someone, I often think for myself, is this necessary to share my view or opinion? Is someone helped when I type something? Is it only for me? Do I need to reflect on this, or you know what I mean? And then I often think, no, I better start writing about this for myself or make art about it, and that is often much more helpful than typing your anger or opinion. Not saying that you shouldn't comment. You are always. I love to read your comments, but it's different. We are an online art community supporting each other. That's different. That's not what I mean. But yeah, it's crazy times. I really like this page now. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden there is this pattern in white on black and white on red and white on silver. So now I'm thinking, yeah, it might be nice to repeat something of the other colors. So I'm thinking of getting a bit of silver acrylic now. This is really beautiful. I get a lot of questions about my metallics, which metallics I use, and I use now the Studio Bronze by Lascaux. It's weird because it's beautiful, it's amazing, but I have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with this paint because it is really fluid. You have to shake it every time when you use it, or else the metallic pigments start to how do you say that? To lower, and you get this translucent acrylic stuff on top, and then you take a bit of the bottle and you only get acrylic without pigment. That's really annoying me. And I also discovered that, because last time, a couple of years ago that I bought this, it dried really quickly. Within 6 months I had to throw an entire bottle away because it was just dried inside the container. Really annoying. But it is still one of the best, most beautiful metallics out there. So since I use very small amounts, I only buy the small bottles. They also come in large containers, but I'm afraid to buy the large containers. But I really hope that they continue this anyway, because it's beautiful. Just have to use a lot of metallics inside the span of 6 months before it's dried up. So just use a lot of metallics and then you're okay. Because yeah, look at this. This is just beautiful. It's the most opaque metallic paint out there. It's beautiful. I also love by Schminke, by the way, since we're now talking about materials anyway, this Aqua Bronze Troco. It's a watercolor powder, and I put those inside of this. This is the gold, obviously not the silver. I also have the silver here. Oops. But I put the powder inside these glass containers, diluted a bit with water, and you get a beautiful opaque gold or silver watercolor. But that's what it is. It's watercolor, so it's once your work is wet again, it can still react or dilute again. And this is an acrylic, so and it's more opaque even. But I also really like these for small details. And the good thing is that this is forever. This is because it is dry. You only need to add a little water, so it probably is going to take me 20 years to use this all. It's really bad for the environment, by the way, and I really regret that. But yeah, that's something for another video to talk about, perhaps. Oh, talking about that, I remember that I said in last video that I had this subject that I really wanted to talk about, and I remember saying to myself, oh, I have to write a note to self about this. I'm going to talk about this in the next video. And this morning I was thinking, yeah, I know I said that, but I was too lazy to look in my previous video what it was I wanted to talk about. And I didn't write that note, and I believe it was about what is raw art, or what it means to me, but I'm not sure anymore. Crazy. Maybe you guys know. Help me out here. So instead I started to ramble about feminism and how we should spread love in this world with art, and how creative energy can change the world, in my opinion, because it is a positive butterfly effect. That is what art can do, and I really truly believe that art art heals, art saves, art changes lives. That's really nice. I like this. So this was a heartfelt video. Immediately I feel insecure. I noticed this now. I am, because last time I was struggling with that, especially after recording, because then I started to ramble and be myself and just ramble on and on about what is going on in my weird head. And then all of a sudden self-doubt kicks in, even though again it is not the art that I'm insecure about. I guess it's my rambling. I start to question if it makes sense, if I'm not making someone angry or pissing off someone, or that I'm a bore. That is what's going on in my mind right now. And yeah, this is in a way therapy. You are just my free therapist. I'm using you as my therapist. I'm just rambling and you listen. So you are the cheapest therapist around. Thank you so much for being my therapist. Because yeah, I was able to just throw everything on the table that was on top of my mind, and I feel freed, but then I'm also a bit insecure all at the same time. Okay, I'm going to quit now. This was enough. It was raw and messy enough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that everything I said made sense and that you did something, and I certainly hope that my message, that you feel that my message is mostly a message of hope and strength and courage, that we should all be courageous and stick together, and that I have a really good feeling about all of this, that once I feel, and that's after a couple of weeks posting, I feel that we, the kind of people that are watching this and liking my work and feeling what I have to share here, that if we stick together, within a couple of years, we are a movement of empowered, strong, courageous, brave people who are not afraid to speak up, who are pure, authentic, raw, yada yada yada. Okay, now I stop rambling. Love you, bye!